friends, welcome to my channel. I am Almira and in this video I'm showing sewing tutorial for updated pattern of Bella slip dress. How to get pattern you can check out on the description. How to print and assemble the pattern you will find on written instruction. I made a bias fold at the angle of 45 degrees and cut out back and front panels. Please pay attention to grain line because not all pieces gonna be cut on bias fold, and also don't forget to transfer all the notches. And here are all the pieces: front panel, back panel, and cups. They must be 4. Back facing and shoulder straps. Take one piece of shoulder straps, fold it in half, pin and sew 3 mm from the edge. Then turn out the strap to the right side and iron. Now I'm stabilizing the 2 edges of the cup with bias cut fusible stay tape from the wrong side. Make sure that you don't stretch the fabric. Then set the stitch length to the longest on your sewing machine, and for gathering sew 2 rows of basting stitch from one notch to another. Next, pin the straps to the top of the cup and place the lining to front piece right sides together, pin and sew. Now you're gonna pin the seam allowance to sides of the lining from wrong sides, then baste by hand and top stitch. Now remove the basting stitch and iron. Pin the cups to front panel, matching up the notches, and here we're gonna gather the cups. Push the fabric along the thread until it reaches desired length. Then sew with 1 cm seam allowance. Then iron the seams. Also put the fusible stay tape along the top edge of the bag. Take 2 mini straps and put it through the bra ring. Then pin to the back panel and place back facing right sides together, pin and sew. Now iron the seam allowance toward the back facing, then top stitch on right side. Carefully trim the seam allowance as close to stitching line as you can. For side seams, I'm gonna use French technique, so place back and front panels wrong sides together, pin those sides all the way down, then sew on 7 mm from the edge. Trim the seam allowance close to stitching line, then iron the seam. Then turn out the dress to the wrong side, again pin and sew all the way down. And iron the seams. Try to iron towards grain line on bias cut. Next, what I'm gonna do is close the underbust seam, as you can see on one side. Place front piece of the cup to the lining, right sides together, and pin the underbust seam, then sew without reaching the side seams. Fold the facing edge twice, first 7 mm, then 1 cm, pin and stitch. Next, we're gonna join the seam of the back facing and lining of the cup. So place right sides together and sew. And also you can trim the excess to avoid the bulkiness. Take one strap and thread the end through the bra slider with a safety pin. It goes through the bra ring and gonna go around center section like this. Pin and make a tiny stitch. Fold the raw edge to the wrong side by 7 mm, then stitch as close to the fold as possible. Then carefully trim the excess fabric very close to the stitching line. Fold the stitch line up again, enclosing the raw edge. Then sew on the top of the previous stitching. Give a final press to your garment and you are done!